Hi, I'm Matt Nichols at MrMaple.com. Today we're back in Maplewood Gardens to talk about Acer palmatum Ueno Yama.
Ueno Yama is such an amazing tree, and I'm Tim at MrMaple.com. We hope you like this video. Please like it on the actual video, subscribe to our YouTube channel. As always, sign up for our weekly emails on MrMaple.com. We add 10 new trees every single Tuesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so you'll have some fun, new, exciting trees every single Tuesday at 10.
Ueno Yama leaves out in the early spring with a bold shade of orangey yellow. It's going to be more orange at first, and then it's going to fade to more of this light yellow like you see behind me. We're here in early May in North Carolina, so you can kind of see what the color pattern's doing right now. It typically fades from that bright orange to a light yellow, and then it goes to a light green midsummer. Then the fall colors range from bold oranges to reds.
Yeah, Ueno Yama makes a nice, vigorous upright that's going to add a lot of color in the landscape, as Matt talked about. Really a lot of spring color that really stands out from a lot of the other Japanese maples in the landscape. As you can see here with our over 300 Japanese maples in this garden at Maplewood Gardens, it really just stands out and people say, wow, what is that tree? Well, it's Ueno Yama. Ueno Yama is going to be very hardy and very vigorous. It's one of the first trees to leaf out in the spring, and it's a very fast-growing tree. It'll typically end up reaching about 12 to 14 feet tall and typically about 10 to 12 years.
So you're going to want to give this one a prominent spot in your garden, as it is a very vigorous grower with some great colors. If you can provide early morning sun, late day shade, you're going to hold those bolder oranges and those yellows later into the season. So it'll fade to that green slightly slower if you can provide that. This is a super durable tree, so it works zones 5 through 9. I do recommend shade in zone 9. Excellent tree though for the landscape. We tend to use it more as a focal point planting. So it's going to be somewhere to accent those other colors in the garden. It makes a great way to show out some of the darker maroons in the garden too. So I like to plant this one in an area where it's going to be contrasting some of those darker maroons and darker greens. I'll often plant this near Shishigashira because it shows out so well contrasting wise with that deep green. This makes a great accompaniment to any of the red lace leaves as well. So garnets, tamukiyamas, Inaba shidaris. These are great accompaniment plants because the colors really contrast greatly with that color changes.
Uenoyama is also known as Ueno Amare. Uenoyama is another name for Ueno Park in Japan, which is famous for their cherry trees and their spring blooming. And this tree with those oranges and yellows, it really has that blooming pattern. And that's where this tree gets the name of Uenoyama, is from Ueno Park in Japan. This cultivar from Japan is amazing. The name Ueno Amare is the same tree, but it's basically another way of saying it because it's what you're saying is the fame of Ueno, which is that spring blooming. And with the spring blooming that this one has, there's no doubt that this one here looks just like a flower blooming in the landscape.
And Yama meaning mountain, this one is basically Ueno Mountain, or the pinnacle of Ueno. So very similar ways to say the same thing. An amazing tree. Let's take an up close look at the spring foliage right now in mid-May and show you what that looks like right now.
So here we have an up close look at Acer palmatum Uenoyama. You'll see that bright yellow color that you're even seeing here as late in the spring as we are here in early May.
We love this for its bright colors. We have this one actually in full sun here in zone 6B. We're just south of Asheville in Hendersonville, North Carolina, actually in East Flat Rock if you know the area. But our small nurseries in that area, you can see we love putting this one in sun as it kind of gets that little bleached out look to it, but it gives it a great accent in the garden and just that bright spark of yellow, especially this time of the year going on in the garden. You can see some of those green undertones coming in right now.
I really like this tree because it has a yellow glowing effect this time of the season. I really like to pair this tree with a tree like Acer palmatum Fire Glow, which really has that red glowing effect with the yellow glowing effect beside of it. And that will actually just create such a dynamic contrast that will make people just talk about your garden in the landscape.
We get a lot of questions by people that drive by the original garden here. This is Maplewood Gardens is where my dad's nursery originally was before we took it over. And we've used this as a garden and also a focal point to show people what a lot of larger trees look like. And I often have people just drive by his address and say, what on earth is this bright yellow tree right here? And they'll take a screenshot or a Google Earth shot and send it to me and say, I'd like to know what this is, please. And it makes a beautiful specimen here in the garden.
And this tree, because of its small palmate leaves, is actually really popular for bonsai as well, because it gives some really nice spring interest, but also has that smaller foliage.
I like how the samaras or seed on this are kind of a bright pink, so they often contrast really well with the bright yellow foliage to bright orange foliage as well. Hey, thanks for watching our quick look at Acer palmatum Uenoyama. a great tree to contrast with others, and a really fun one to have in your landscape.
This is going to be a fantastic tree to add to the landscape. I had a lot of bright oranges and yellows in the spring and summer with some really good fall colors. So this is definitely a great tree to put in your garden.
Hey, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We add videos daily. We're creeping up on 1,000, so as we get there, we're gonna have some fun things planned for all of our subscribers. We greatly appreciate you sharing this channel with your gardening friends. Maybe share it with ours too, that might work as well. But thanks for sharing it with your gardening friends. That's the fastest way for our channel to grow.
Please remember too, if you want to support this YouTube channel, please shop on MrMaple.com.
Yeah, we add 10 new trees every Tuesday at 10. This one may be in one of our upcoming releases very soon, so definitely be checking those. Sign up for our emails on MrMaple.com. Thanks for watching and have a great day.
God bless. If you're still watching at this point in the video, please comment below your favorite spring interest Japanese maple.